Okay, we are kind of up and live here. Let's move this out a bit, and I'm going to share this with the. I'm, I'm going to share this with a few groups, and then we're going to proceed. This is going to be our first shot at technically our only shot at OTJ Sealed. We're only going to spend. We're only going to spend for one sealed pool. If it works, it works. If it doesn't pan out, at least we get our packs. At least we get to try out a bunch of things. Now, there are some key details that are quite well known right now. I'll probably repeat. They probably bear repeating when I start going through the pool. Um, def- Definitely, the first thing of note is that there expect a lot more rares than usual. Now that said, don't expect all the rares to be playable. So there are a few rares that are pretty much meant for constructed, very niche. Not They don't exactly work for limited, so there is that. But that said, there are also rares that are quite powerful. So we are looking at a potential Prince set here. Another thing of note also is that green seems to be one of the much better colors so far. It does a pretty good job of going early mid range. Kind of sets, in a way, it kind of dictates the pace. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing Sealed Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Later in the week, we will do a draft. That's assuming I manage to get my 10k gold, or if I manage to make my gems back enough to make it work. That said, let's go. That said, before we start, just a quick rundown of the different archetypes. White blue wants to cast spells outside of your turn, or to be more precise, wants to cast spells, but they have cards that give you a bonus if you did not cast a spell from your hand on your turn. So if you cast with the plot mechanic, that's a way around it. If you have instants in your hand and you cast on your opponent's turn, that's also a way around it. You get So it is essentially tempo control in a sense. Blue black is about committing crimes. There are lots of ways to commit crimes, lots of benefits to committing crime. Um, for the sealed pool, not in real life. Outlaws. This is outlaw tribal. I've seen some early outlaw tribal in the jump in event. It feels a bit underwhelming if you ask me. It wants to go wide, but it needs a lot of support to go wide. That said, it's not impossible. There are ways for that. Red green seems to be one of the, how do you say this, forerunners of being pretty good for once. This one's power 4 or greater, and a lot of it is in the mid range level. And usually, for the most part, when it's power 4, the toughness is roughly 3 to 4 or even higher. You your removal kind of has to match that one. Otherwise, combat tricks are going to be a very big key element here. Likewise, Mount is more of the early to mid level gameplay here. I'm actually quite pleased with the saddle mechanic. At least they did give good payoffs for this one. White black attrition, basically it's tokens, it's sacrifice. It used to be the domain of black red, but at least they moved it to white black this time. Blue reds, casting second spells. Usually plotted cards allow you to set it up, and there are some benefits to this one. This one feels a bit fiddly also, but I think it's easier to cobble up together compared to the Outlaws deck. Black green reanimator. Something, I guess that's something to look forward to. It's back to basics, but hey, if it works, it works. Red white mercenary aggro. This one also feels like a go wide strategy. It's about pumping your creatures to be able to punch through. A bit concerning, but so far this hasn't been the really aggro one yet. And finally, green blue. It's all about plotting. Ways to plot cheaply. Ways to get benefits from plotting. It's kind of an overlap color in the sense that it overlaps with the power 4, it overlaps with the second spell. Now let's see, how many rares do we crack from this pool here? That's going to be a question. quite a few. Let's take a look here. So first off, special guest Stoneforge Mystic. I don't. There is an artifact equipment here, so we do have that one as an option. Let's see, Bruce Tarl. The double Bruce Tarl. So we have that going for us. Key to the Vault doesn't. It's an equipment, but it really doesn't do much. Wily Duke. This one is fine also. I can already see going red, white, green right now. But we have to check on our mana for this. That said, this is a pretty good start. Also, Primal Might to round things out. Nice combat threat. Void Rend is fine, but it is 1/1 removal. Another round probably not gonna fit. Unlicensed Hearse, same. Vadmir New Blood. This one goes into the Crimes deck, so. That said, we are looking at red, white, and green. Also, that was 12 rares, if I'm not mistaken. No. So let's do a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rares. Okay, so roughly 2 a pack. First thing we're gonna do is check our mana. So now this is where things go bad. Blue, black, blue, red, red, black. We may have to run the Conduit Pylons and the Mirage Mesas, but we are running these two. Unfortunately, this is not an ideal start. Let's check our color list. So there's a Mobile Homestead. It is a way to kind of look for lands. Luxurious Locomotive is a bit too expensive for our taste. We can skip on that. First thing we're gonna do is check on green. We're gonna look for cards that can pump our mana here. So Dance of Tumbleweeds, we got 1 copy, and that's it. Okay, this is a bit scary. We barely have any fixing, so we're probably gonna be sticking to 2 colors for the most part. That said, double Giant Beaver is quite good. Free Strike Commando is fine. Yeah. We have pretty decent start. We have a lot more mid game than early game. Cactus Folk Sure Shot is quite good. Jolene is also quite good in this sense. So being able to make treasure tokens can help us around that one. So let's take a look at red. So also there's a Savage Smash, so it's some more removal. Thunder Salvo is quite good. Rascable Wolverine. Right. Mine Rider. If you control another outlaw, make a treasure token. Jolene's an outlaw. The Cactus Folk is an outlaw. Roxanne's not an outlaw. Bruce Tarl is not an outlaw. Urta Joe also not an outlaw. But also I am probably more likely to run Bruce Tarl than Urta. Explosive Derailment. This one's fine. 3 mana 4 damage for creature. Reckless Lackey, first strike. Sacrifice to draw a card, create the treasure token. Okay, that's some ramp. Brimstone Roundup. No. Caught in the Crossfire. Probably interesting. It is a mini board wipe up against certain decks. Let's now check white. We did have the Stoneforge Mystic. Baron Bertram Greywater, that's for the tokens deck. So Requisition Raid. It's Sorcery Speed. This is really a sideboard card, to be honest. There's a Steer Clear. There's a Prairie Dog. I guess if we have enough plot cards, this is quite good. We're actually Shepherd of the Cosmos is quite good. Gets back a card. Wanted Griffin, not that much. Bighorn does give us a bit of saddle. Thunder Lasso, sure. This one's really just a one shot. The The gatekeeper is quite okay as well. Hmm. Let's take a look at blue and red. Just get a quick look here. Double razzle dazzle. So we want to cast our second spell. Take the fall is fine. Jailbreak scheme. Interesting but kinda expensive. Peerless rope master. It it isn't. It is a combat trick. So we have a lot of cards for the caster second spell. For the caster second spell system. There's a few for if you committed a crime. Not looking that great though. Let's see black. Usually black, the first thing we do is look at the removal. Binding negotiation. This one does undo a plot, so that's pretty good. Otherwise, removal is actually kind of low. Desert's Jewel. Rooftop Assassin, which is fine. There's no incentive for us to. Okay, Skullduggery is fine, but otherwise, no real incentive for us to run black. We're definitely looking at green X. Let's start with green red. Then we'll see if we need to splash white or not. Trash the ankle biter is always fine. We also have to keep an eye on our saddle toss. So one giant beaver is a bit on the hard one. It's a bit harder to saddle a tree. That's great. Dance of Tumbleweeds is a must. And let's check our red. Thunder Salvo. So we're looking for creatures with certain power and toughness. So Rascable Wolverine is fine. That lets us ride the beaver. Pulverizer. We're not exactly casting second spell. Mind Ranger gives us a treasure token. That helps. Probably want to get caught in the crossfire. It is a double green spell, but so that does give us room to say run the two Bruce Tarls. I want to limit the splash as much as possible. We do have quite a few. Yeah, we do have quite a bit of white, so Shepherd of the Clouds is a good option here. Assimilation Aegis, we run the Eroded Canyon. This one is quite good. We do have it is good in the sense that it's removal. Homestead is actual crew. I guess this is worth considering. Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking the stream. Yeah, we're taking our first shot at Outlaws at Thunder Junction. I wonder, were you able to do so as well? Okay, so looking at this, we definitely want to minimize our red a bit. I'm definitely not the roundup. I can see. Oh yeah, derailment is removal. We're definitely running that one there. Yep. So we're going to just run this one. We're not exactly tutoring for lands here, but we do want at least. Oh yeah, we are We have We have a tutor lands. So we want at least one of these. We want 7/4 in this set as well. Let's keep a note as these enter the battlefield tap. This surveils, but if we want the color, we actually need to spend an additional mana. So good to know on that one.
Hello, Matthew.
Okay. So went 2-1 with Chris' Outlaws. Ooh, nice. How was the Outlaws deck? This one I'm actually quite curious. Okay, we'll go for this one for now. Let's give it a try.
Kasi yung original history na ito, ganito. Yung si Wilson din, meron siya kaibigan ng sasama. Tatlo sila. So, kaya nga nag-book kami itong apartment na ito. For 8 person. For 8 person ko. Yaw, ngayon, itong taon, hindi sila pumayag ng
Okay, definitely.
Diba? Limited lang to 80 person.
I guess we have a good start. It's a bit slow, but we can say plot the Wolverine. We can.
So ngayon, ang
We're definitely gonna surveil, see what our next card is.
Kaya nga lumalabas na 3,500.
We do have a really slow start though, so that's a concern here. This might actually not have been a great keep. The only reason I kept this one is because of so we'll have to surveil first. Oh, we actually have two of these, so definitely pitching this one. Opponent is on the slow route also. Opponent is going to ping us for one. Nothing yet. So here, we have a few cards for white. I'm just going to go for this one now. I can go for Mirage Mesa name. I can just grab this one. I'm probably just gonna grab the Mirage Mesa name green. We'll probably just have to run out the big Caractula. This one gets the back. Opponent's just gonna run out the Wolverine without plotting. Or no, they're just digging. They found the land pretty good. So I'm gonna run this one out. At least we draw a card off it. Next turn we'll probably just drop Wolverine, see if we hit a land. If we then probably drop Grizzly as well. Also Primal Knight is a fight spell, so something to consider. Opponent going for the shot. We are gonna draw a card. Scourge into a prickly pear. Opponent is gonna go quite a bit white here. So I'm gonna actually just cast this as is. Let's see what we hit off the top. Hit a land, expected. Then now Primal Might target +X +X. I think I'm just gonna run these two out. Run these two out, block these two. Next turn, Shepherd of the Clouds, get one of them back. And this is a mount, so we do get to get this back. So we're gonna see if our opponent has no tricks. Prickly pear again. Okay, opponent's going really white here. So there's a beaver here. Definitely have to get this one because that. Hold on. If you control a mount, so not quite yet. You know what? We're just gonna pop this now. Oh wait, no, it's just X = 0. Sorry. Let's hope we did not. Okay, we didn't walk into an instant speed combat trick. No, opponent hit their 4 colors. I guess that was an argument for grabbing the Wolverine instead. But yeah, next turn we can drop both of these.
Yung one room.
Let's see what our opponent has. Our opponent definitely running the 4-color.
Coaching Pico lang.
Dance at
Coaching Pico
Tumbleweeds,
si Ama.
netting themselves a big creature. Sure.
Tawagan mo si Chris o kung meron pa sino, sasabay mas ganda.
In fact, getting a land as well, so it's nice 7/7. Okay. We're gonna need a lot of chump blockers, but this does have vigilance, so.
Sige,
hold
titanong
on.
mo, titanong mo. Oo, hindi ka tao po limit sa ibaran. Ha? Okay.
I'm gonna cast tomorrow. It is until end of next turn. Okay, got ours.
So pakilan, ha? Okay. Okay, sige.
And now it's just a matter of going up to top. And then next turn we can. Huh? Oh, batay. Sige. So let's see. Opponent swings. We could mass block. In fact, I am inclined to do so. That said, I think it's better to just chump block at this point. If our opponent has a way to, I want to see if our opponent has a way to give trample, but otherwise, yeah, because we want to be swing with Bruce. We want to, yeah, I guess if you hit the white already, then let's see what our opponent has. Betrayal. Ooh. That betrayal is actually quite good there. If we had blocked, it would have been worse. I could I could saddle this one, give it trample, but if we don't hit any other creatures, this is really bad. We're taking 10. I guess we can wait. Opponent is down to their one card, but technically so are we. Yeah, opponent's just gonna start pumping that up. I might just take this. Take the 8, I guess. I can't take 12, that's for sure. There's an argument for just blocking this altogether. Yeah, we might as well block this now, get it over with. If they have removal, we really don't for sure. We do have another Bruce Tarl. Oh, come on, don't. Yes. Yeah, we back for more. And that, yep, we can concede that one right away. Our opponent actually got off to a really great start there. Well, it is a 6-mana combat trick, so it really is meant to be good. Okay, so got 4 legends, some big stuff. Overwhelming Forces was my MVP. It is definitely a Prince format, but that's it. The uncommons are a thing also. Yeah, it's definitely a Prince format. It's also a very unpredictable format because of how deep the card pool actually is. With so, okay, this one's a bit better for us. We can go turn 1 Ankle Biter, turn 2 Reckless Lackey, swing with both. Turn 3 if we have to, we swing, then we crack this. Opponent's opening a double red. I'm actually gonna just go for this right now. So next turn we will just play Sure Shot. I probably will just crack this for a card, especially if our opponent displays that. Okay, what? this ETB's tapped, but we're not gonna play it yet. So we're going to go Cactus Folk, Tree Folk first. Next turn we'll play the Beaver. Sad. This is gonna be the most awkward thing to say for the rest of Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Saddle the Beaver, ride the Beaver. How many more innuendos can I add here? Mine Raider gets themselves a treasure token. The War 2 is a really big deal here. So next turn, yeah, Dance of Tumbleweeds is really good if you can cast this late. Early, it's fine. Opponent is going to plot. If a creature died this turn, okay, they're expecting. Now, I could just do the Dance of Tumbleweeds. But, no. But some discipline here. We're gonna just. So the sure shot is the one that grows bigger. Opponent was just gonna take it. I'm impressed. So next turn we can have Beaver on. We can have the Beaver ride the other Beaver, I guess. I'm actually gonna take. Oh, you could have just cast this earlier, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna try to close it out. So definitely want the pylons. We want to surveil, yeah, that's what we want. We want to surveil away the land. So beginning of combat, these two will get to attack. Yeah, and opponent concedes right there. I was just gonna swing with all three, and plus ankle biter. Incidental vigilance on the Beaver is actually quite good as well. Oh my gosh, I already felt awkward talking about the giant beaver on the jump in street on the jump in video, and I'm going to be talking about the giant beaver a lot more as we keep playing this format. I want to know who was the one who suggested having a giant beaver in the set. I want to know who is responsible for putting a giant beaver in the game. This is gonna be so much worlds of awkward. And I think there's also a huge worm as well. Okay, so I definitely played this turn 1. Reckless Lackey turn 2. If you control another outlaw, so well, this is another outlaw, so I could just run the Mine Raider first. So we are gonna keep this one. That said, yeah, we're just gonna play this out. Let's see how aggro our opponent is. This one might be a really aggro start. Ooh, File Smasher. That's an issue. Oh, well, I wasn't gonna really. I made a mistake there. Probably can just play the Wolverine turn 3. Ooh. What do we lose here? Now take note, this is discard, so they discard one of our 3 drops. We kind of get it back with Shepherd. Yeah, they're going for Jolene. That's given. Okay, so yeah, that one's not a Bruce Tarl. And this one is 1 damage to target opponent. So, and when you commit a crime, you may. Okay, we are auto blocking this one. So we played the Reckless Lackey first. Then we run out the Mind Raider, give us a treasure token. We're definitely getting Jolene next turn. What's this? Deals 1 damage to any target. Let's see. Ooh, this is not good. We just... Okay, so for the record, we just lost power. Yikes. We're just gonna wait and see if power comes back on, but this is not good for the game here. Yep, we are now definitely out of power here. And I can try to connect on the offhand, but this is not good. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this down. We're gonna... Okay, and we are back. Now, actually, I was able to rush the game quite quickly. Continue on the phone, and we actually won that one. That was actually quite a bit of a stir. Now, basically, the summary is that I only pretty much during the time I was trying to reconnect, our opponent just hit one of our creatures with a collective brutality. We went down to 5, and everything else was and it was looking quite grim, but we managed to stabilize. We actually managed to hit most of our creatures back. Jolene was pretty nuts against the. It is pretty nuts against the the 1/1 mercenaries. Just being able to ping any target, pretty good stuff. Our opponent had to answer Jolene, but yeah, it's looking the red green uncommons are. The red green uncommons are legitimate. I should also alert those. This one, we are missing one more land to make this work, but I'm gonna keep this one. It's also going to add Jericho Olagan on the. So yeah, we're going to name white here. Not so sure if that one caught. Okay, we're saving up for the Thunder Salvo. Let's see who else liked the stream. Unfortunately, I lost my event display. So yeah, this is worth sniping. I would have much rather do it with Jolene, but let's get our mana first. And we did hit our 4th mana, so Cactus Folk Sure Shot is a... We can go either Cactus Folk or Bruce Tarl. So that said, let's see. I don't think our opponent has a response. In which case, we're gonna go Cactus Folk Sure Shot first. That way, when we drop Bruce Tarl, we can swing with the big guy right away. Opponents hit their 4th color of mana. Journey to Nowhere. They might take out Cactus Folk. Makes sense. They can pay for the ward. I guess we just played... Hold on. Yeah, let's just play this big guy. See what we hit. Hit a land. Okay. And we can ping one of their smaller creatures. You can also drop Drover Grizzly. Not so sure if that's gonna work out. Yeah, the power outage was very annoying. Getting cut off like that. Opponent goes Mystical Tether, Exile. Opponent having the removal for days, but it is all 1v1. And our opponent needs to have something else at this point. No, this is attacks while saddled, but at this point we're just looking to beat down. I'm trying to remember what the rat effect is in this format. It's not the Discerning Peddler. In fact, we can snipe the opponent sees it. We can snipe the Discerning Peddler right out there. Opponent had an interesting control start, but we managed to survive that one. Ugh. Shame I could not get. I could have done the recording right away, but I was in a hurry to make sure that we didn't time out. So well, we got it's 2,000 gems. We are a bit of a ways away to getting it back, but we did get quite a few wins there. So pretty good job. Yeah, it's nice to be back there. Oh, I'm also gonna do yeah. There's one other person that liked the vid. I'm going to actually two more. Tim Sawcat, Mantilia Razon. So this one is super sketchy. We do have to mulligan this. Oh yeah, it's our first time seeing Roxanne. I guess we keep this because we are already going down. We are already going down multiple cards. This is the caveat of the 3-colored seal pull. At least we have the white if we do hit red. Well, but since we didn't hit red, we just get to Drover Grizzly. Let's see what our opponent's. This is not good for us, so we're actually gonna hold back. There are many ways this can go bad for us, so we're actually gonna wait it out until we can hit our red mana or another mana at this point. Okay, this time we're gonna swing here. If our opponent takes 4, they crack back at us for 4, that's fine. But yeah, missing it's when you start missing land drops that you realize the pain of this. Now this one is create. Roxanne is a pretty good one if we can get her to run. As it is now, we are missing the mana for this. Wanted Griffin. Oh, come on. Seriously? Not giving us the mana? I actually have to swing now. Because our... Yeah, I need to do the trade here. It's not a good look. We're definitely going to lose this game with this kind of draw. There is an argument for going down to 5. We would need 2 running mana, and we would need the next one to be red, or else we might as well concede. Well, Giant Beaver can be a roadblock. It's green. I can use this to set up Bruce Tarl next turn, so it's not too bad. But this might be too little too late. Our opponent just will split the difference between these two. I'll probably take out Rodeo Pyromancers. If they have any burn spell, we're just dead here. There's an argument for taking 5 and just taking out Urta Joe, but opponent is splitting the difference. If our opponent doesn't cast the first spell, I'm actually gonna just block these. Let's deny the mana. Now they might just cast it, but yeah, we can concede now. That is yeah. That one I blame it all on the mana, but we kind of knew that coming in that this was the risk that we run playing 3 colors. It's unfortunate that none of the 2-color deserts lined up, but that's sealed for you. So 3 wins, 2 losses. Not looking great, but we'll take it for what it is. Okay, this one we're definitely keeping. Turn 3 Jolene, turn 4 Mind Raiders, fine. Yep, definitely getting white. Opponent is leading in Discerning Peddler, sure. There's a Savage. I could just play turn 3 Mind Raider if I don't think it's gonna survive. I could also just try to grab a land at this point. Now we are gonna go double red here. Actually, that's an argument for just taking the Mirage Mesa, just naming red this way. Now the reason we do this is we can do Lackey into Mind Raider, or we can go Giant Beaver. We're most likely gonna just chump block. We're gonna block the Brute. Though our opponent might have removal, yeah, they have it. So we'll take 7. We could just cast the card, though the benefit of this is that it trades this one. Alternately, +2/+2. Let's just play Bruce Tarl first. Okay, give ourselves an Ox, nice. Opponent did hit their green. They are plotting a card. It's a lone shard. If you cast 2 or more spells this turn, draw a card, sure. So Conduit Pylons is good for us. Yeah, we need the mana at this point. Okay, opponent doesn't have anything. I can in fact play Jolene here. Then swing with both. Lose another. Opponent's gonna trade for Bruce Tarl. Little do they know that we have another Bruce Tarl. Opponent's going for Marauding Sphinx and Lone Shark to draw a card. The Sphinx will eat one of the Oxen. Also, the Ward 2 means that I can't just ping. So the plan is explosive derailment, take out your loan shark, swing for the hills. Opponent's just gonna trick shot, surveil 2, okay. Takes out Bruce Tarl as well, but we still get to cast this. We cannot afford to take 3. Ooh. Roxanne is interesting here. We actually have to... Let's see what our opponent's follow-up is. Oh, they have their own Roxanne. Ugh. Unbelievable. We might lose just because of this. Now we can play now this is an argument for now playing Catarantula. No point in sacrificing, especially when we need the extra mana. And it be taking quite a bit. We're gonna be in a world of hurt here though. Opponent will have a lot of mana. Malcolm. That said, if they swing with everything, I just eat Roxanne, so they're not gonna... It does put into play tap, but... Definitely not swinging. So the question is, can our opponent clean the board out? Fibble Tip lost under range. Top card has plot. The Roadrunner might do it. Oh, no, they can't cast it this turn. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is when it attacks. Oh, I should have attacked with this too. Anyway, that's... Let's see, 6. Hold on, let's do a check. Can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. Because, yeah, this will... Sword of Wealth and Power. Oh, these are gonna kill me if I can't win right away. He's gonna try to absorb as much damage as possible. I think I might have lost. Let's see which ones have haste. Sword doesn't. None of these have haste, so I do want to take this one out. That said, the problem now, our opponent does have to. Our opponent can cast this, so create a treasure token. Doesn't give haste, so it's to any target. And that was their second Roxanne. What the heck? Yep. Yeah, that's enough. Just too many rares. And this was any target, they could have aimed it at us, but yeah, they would have had the mana left over. Well, that was worth a shot. 3 wins, not the best, but we'll take it. Hey, thanks for the finally got the long overdue haircut. Oh well, it's a shame that we can't get the long overdue victory, but 3 wins is nothing to scoff at. I'll take it for what it is. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. And nice packs too. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. So let's see what does the hypothesis of. Yeah, this was in our pool. We didn't run him because black was not working out this time. I'm wondering if black is good this time. Well, I skewered the critics. Hell to pay would have been neat. Though it is target creature, so it's kind of 1-for-1. It's not so great. At least it's adjustable. We are getting lots of rares for all that's worth, including an endless detour. And there you go. And Terminal Agony. What's our mythic? Yeah, it's anything. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Thanks Matilda Razon. Nice to be back. I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of editing just to get this one to work. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.